all this together implies that South Korea's exports is likely to slow down this year.
For South Korea's economic growth picture. For more, let's bring our Bloomberg economist, Hyo-sung Hong, who joins us in Seoul. So talk to us about the sort of meaningful economic impact that we see from the recent and, continued political turmoil affecting South Korea, but of course also the terrible aviation tragedy, the period of mourning that's been put in place as well.
Thanks for having me. The political instability is undermining consumption, consumer and business confidence. Lower confidence means that reduced consumption and delayed investment. In addition, the deep political division and lack of strong leadership are likely to disrupt fiscal policies. For example, the downside fiscal budget will limit the government's ability to stimulate domestic demand this year. Adding to this, South Korea faces external risks from Trump administration's tariff and foreign policies. Political instability will make South Korea difficult to play its best game on this challenge. And in addition, you mentioned the Jeju air crash. It will likely to heavily weigh on consumer sentiment and private consumption. Putting all this together, I expect the economic growth to slow to around 1.5% this year, down from 2.1% last year. A bigger concern is definitely the political instability, if prolonged, could create a more challenging environment for South Korea's long-term growth and external stability.
When we've taken a look at some of the safety events, safety disasters in Korea in the past, from the Sewol ferry tragedy to what happened with the Halloween crowd crash in Seoul, when you take a look at what's now happened with the Jeju air disaster, does it suggest that we are likely again to see that sort of prolonged impact when it comes to household confidence and consumer sentiment?
Based on the past major tragedies, consumer sentiment typically takes a month to recover, but the ongoing political instability could prolong, the economic impact this time. But having said that, this event could also accelerate the Bank of Korea's next rate cut, and also spur the government to bring forward a supplementary budget earlier this year.
What are some of the challenges for the BOK? The currency would be one of them, right? How easy is it for the Bank of Korea to be able to navigate and balance these sort of different factors?
So the Bank of Korea is a difficult situation. It needs to support growth with mounting downside risks from the political instability and the air crash tragedy, and the Trump administration's trade and foreign policies. But the shortfall in the won complicates things by raising the financial stability risks and inflation risks. So in the very near term, I think the next rate cut would be a 50-50 call between January and February. And moving forward, I still expect more cuts on the horizon, but BOK will tread carefully to avoid putting too much pressure on the won.
We've seen key exports for South Korea maintaining momentum. Is that your expectation going into 2025, both in terms of the slowdown in China, but also the potential impact of trade policy from the US?
Yes, I expect the exports momentum will slow down into 2025. So there are two things. First of all, the base effects are more challenging. So last year we saw rapid expansion in exports, and in addition to that, this year we see more challenges from the U.S. trade policies, and also that the Chinese economy is also is likely to slow down this year. So all this together implies that South Korea's exports is likely to slow down this year.